Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be making a printable haunted house. It's a fun project with many different pages to open and explore. All the houses open up and you can take a look at what's going on inside. There are also secret compartments in the haunted house too. All the picture frames hide hidden messages that you can open and read. If you pull on the picture frame, a ribbon strip comes out with some spooky quotes and phrases. There's also a secret room in the middle of the bridge as well. This bridge is inspired by a real bridge in Oxford called Hertford Bridge, or the Bridge of Sighs. I love how this house completely transforms when you open and close each of the pages. And here's how the back of the house looks like too. Very spooky, and this was a fun project to make. Let's start making the haunted house. The first thing to do is print out all 4 of the pages in the Printable Haunted House kit. I printed these using my home printer on regular paper, single-sided. The link to the digital files I used to print this is in the video description. Once the 4 pages are printed out, it's time to start cutting. I cut everything out around the edges using a pair of scissors. And this is how it looks like when everything is cut out. The main thing to remember is to just cut only around the outlines of the pieces and keep everything connected. I'll show you all the pieces here so that you have a guide on how everything is supposed to look like. We have the creepy phrases and quotes. We have this piece, which is part of the bridge. We have the bridge piece. Make sure you keep the 2 parts connected by the bit in the middle. And here's the main section of the haunted house. You'll notice I cut around the outline of the house, but there's currently still 3 white sections that I wasn't able to cut. I'll be showing you later how I'm going to get these 3 areas cut out. And here's how the second section looks like too. We similarly have 3 white areas left uncut, and I'll be showing you how to cut them out later on. Lastly, we also have these tiny ephemera pieces. I keep them in this tiny box so they stay safe whilst we are working on the larger sections. We have these mysterious picture frames. When cutting these, make sure you keep both parts of the frames connected. Cut around the outlines and don't slice any of them apart. In addition, we have these white rectangular boxes with various labels on them. These are stencils that we will be using later for creating our hidden pockets. But for now, keep all the tiny pieces in a safe place whilst we start making the main parts of the haunted house. It's now time to start assembling all the pieces. Before we begin, I'll do a quick run through of all the things we need to assemble it. We'll need a pair of scissors, a ruler, a mechanical pencil, a cutting knife or penknife with a blade, crafting glue, basically any glue that you normally use for paper, and finally a thick piece of cardboard or a cutting mat to protect your table. Let's start assembling the haunted house. We are starting with this piece, which is the left section of the house. You want to grab the piece that has a little monster sitting in the window here. First, carefully fold the 2 houses on the left side together. Make sure both pieces are completely aligned before folding them down together. Once the page is folded in half, we can now easily cut the white section in the middle. Grab your scissors and cut away the white bits in the page. It's just so much easier trimming away the white parts when the page is folded like this. Keep cutting around it till the entire white area is trimmed off. When doing these trims, you don't need to be too careful, and it's okay if you cut inside the lines slightly. Once you're done, the white section will be gone on both sides of the paper. Next, we're going to do the exact same thing on the right side of the page. Carefully fold the two sides together, making sure both sides are completely lining up. Next, we're going to do the same thing and cut away the white section at the bottom of the page. Using your scissors, trim the white section away. It's okay if you cut a little inside the lines. Flip the house around and open all the pages. Fold the entire strip in half like this. As always, make sure the two sides are aligned before folding them down. We're now going to cut away the final white section. Do the same thing with the scissors and trim it away. Your haunted house should look like this, with no white sections left in the lower areas. There are two horizontal dotted lines on both pages. We are going to cut along these two lines with a penknife. Place a cutting mat or a thick piece of cardboard beneath your table to protect it. Grab your cutting knife. Place your ruler in position and very carefully slice the page exactly along the dotted line. Make sure the cut goes only on the dotted line and nowhere else. Check to make sure you have cut a slit through the paper. Then do the same thing on the opposite page. Make sure you're cutting exactly where the dotted line is. You should now have two slits that are cut through the paper. There is also a dotted line between the two houses on the right side. We're going to be cutting along this line with scissors. The dotted line is quite faint. If you're not able to see where the line ends, just make a cut between these two houses and stop cutting before you get to the top. Leave the top bit of the houses connected and attached. It's not the end of the world if you end up slicing the two pieces apart, but try to keep the top parts connected because it will make it easier for you later on. Next, fold the houses on the ends inwards like this. Using a mechanical pencil, slide the pencil lead inside the slot and draw a line through the paper. Do the same thing on the other page too. Okay, so the next part is a bit like a puzzle game. If you look closely at your pages, there is a tiny word written above the slots. The word on this page is remember. Flip the house over and open the pages on the left side. You notice that we are directly behind the page that has the word remember on it. That's the slot, and here's the pencil line we drew. Sort through the stencils and find the stencil that has the word remember on it. Place the stencil beneath the pencil line. Place the top of the stencil right on the line. Using your pencil, draw an outline around the stencil. The outline doesn't have to be neat because these pages will eventually be hidden. Just make sure you draw around the rectangle. Once you're done, draw a thin rectangle at the top, like this. It doesn't need to be very accurate, just roughly draw that above the line. Fold the page inwards and flip the house around again. We're now going to repeat the same steps for the page on the left. Look closely at the page to see what the word is. The word on the page here is banshee. Flip the house over and open the pages on the right side. That's the pencil line, and here's the slot. Look for the stencil that is labelled banshee. Place the stencil directly beneath the pencil line like this. Draw around the stencil with your pencil. Draw a thin rectangle on the top, like this. It doesn't need to be accurate at all. Just add a bit of extra height to your rectangle. And we've now completed everything we need to do for the first page. Let's do the same things on the second page as well. This is the second page. You can differentiate it from the first page because it has a silhouette of a woman standing in a doorway on the bottom right. Fold the two left houses together. Using a scissors, cut away the white area at the bottom. Fold the other two houses together. Cut away the white area at the bottom with a pair of scissors. Open all the pages up. Fold the entire strip of houses in half. Make sure everything is aligned before folding it down. Using scissors, trim away the white area at the bottom. We're going to cut along the dotted line between these two houses. The dotted line goes between the two houses till roughly up to here. If you can't see the dotted line, just cut between the houses and go as high as you can without slicing the two pieces apart. This is how the cut looks like when it is complete. The slit goes up pretty high, but the tops of the two houses are still connected. Grab your cutting mat or cardboard and place it below your paper. We're going to make a cut along the 2 dotted lines here using a penknife. Position your ruler and slice the paper open along the dotted line. Do the same thing for the dotted line on the opposite page too. Flip everything over. Fold the 2 pages inwards. Flip it around again. Draw a line through the slit with your mechanical pencil. Do the same thing on the opposite page too. The word on this page is secrets. Flip everything over and open the pages on the left side. This is the slit, and this is the pencil line we drew. Find the stencil labelled Secrets and place it beneath the pencil line. Draw around the stencil with a pencil. As usual, don't worry about keeping it neat since none of this will be seen later on. Draw an extra rectangle on the top. The word on the final page is howl. Flip everything over and open the pages. Place the howl stencil beneath the pencil line. Using a pencil, draw around the stencil. Draw a thin rectangle on the top like this. And we're now done with this section. Time to start working on the bridge. We'll be starting with this piece. Fold the 2 halves together, making sure both sides are aligned. You notice that I currently only have 1 black cat on the roof. When cutting, I screwed up and accidentally cut away the other black cat. This means when you turn it over, you see the back of the paper and the cat looks white instead of black. If this happened to you too, don't worry, because a marker will fix the issue easily later on. Open up the piece and add glue to only the smaller side. Make sure you apply the glue all over the paper and right up to the edges. Carefully fold the 2 pieces together. I'm now going to fix my mistake that I did when I snipped off one of the roof cats. With a black marker, colour the cat in so that it looks black. And ta-da! It now looks exactly like the other side. Grab this piece and fold the two lower sections together. Make sure the two pieces are completely lining up before folding. Fold the top piece down like this. Everything should be completely aligned. We're going to stick this down on the bridge like this later on. Open everything up and add glue to the back of the top section. Carefully press the two halves together, making sure everything is aligned. Then add glue to the remaining white section. Position the piece over the centre of the bridge like this. Press it down so that it's glued to the bridge. The bridge is now complete. We can now move on to the next phase of assembling our haunted house, which is putting all the different sections together. We'll start with the first page. You can tell it's the first page because it's got the little monster sitting in the window here. Fold the two pages on the far ends inwards. We're going to glue the bridge to the houses by sliding it inside this slot. Add glue to the tab on the right side. Carefully slide the bridge inside the slot. Make sure the edge of the bridge lines up exactly with the edge of the house before pressing it down. Open everything up. We're going to add glue to only certain parts of the page. On the inner pages, we're not going to add glue, so no glue here. On the outer parts of the pages, that's where we'll be adding the glue. But we're not adding glue inside any of the rectangles we drew. I'm going to label where the no glue zones are so it's easier to remember. So no glue in the inside pages. And no glue in the rectangles. Let's start adding the glue in the left page, making sure you don't add any glue in the rectangular area. Add glue right up to the edges of the page as well. Fold the two pages together and press it down. Add glue to the page on the right, making sure you stay away from the rectangular area. Fold the 2 pages together. If there are any white bits at the bottom where the pages don't line up properly, you can trim them off with scissors. Fold the house down onto the bridge. The left side of the haunted house is now complete. If there are any white bits exposed, you can use a pencil or a grey marker, crayon or colour pencil to colour them in. We're going to repeat the same thing for the right side too. Fold the pages on the ends inward. The good thing about this project is once you get the hang of each step, you just need to do it again for the other side. The steps get more easy and straightforward the more you assemble it. Add glue to the tab. Slide the tab into the slot. When doing this step, make sure you're sliding the tab inside the slot and you're not just gluing the tab to the back of the house. Open everything up. I'm marking out the no glue areas in pencil. Add glue to the left page, making sure you avoid the rectangle area. Fold the pages together. Add glue to the right page, staying away from the rectangular area. Fold them together. We've now finished making the main section. Look at how cute and spooky the haunted house looks now. Open all the pages up. It's now time to make the ephemera and secret compartments. Look carefully at the page on the left to see what word is written on the walls. The word here is banshee. Find the quote with the word banshee in it. And fold it in half. Find the picture frame with the word banshee. Fold it in half too. Open both pieces up. Add glue to the white sides of the picture frame. Carefully fold it together. Add glue to the white sides of the quote piece. Fold it together. Add glue to only the white rounded area on the picture frame. Don't apply any glue to the dark grey parts. Make sure you're holding the quote strip with the back facing you. Then press the top of the strip to the white part of the frame. This is how it should look once you're done. Repeat the same steps with the next wall. Look closely to see what word is written on it. The word here is remember. Find the quote with the word remember on it. Fold it in half. Find the picture frame with the word remember. Fold it in half too. Open the pieces up. Add glue to their backs. Then fold them together. Add glue to the white section on the back of the frame. Turn the quote strip over and press it to the white bit at the back of the frame. It should look like this when complete. You basically just need to repeat these same steps for the next two walls too. The word on the wall is howl, so find the ephemera pieces with the word howl on them. Fold them in half, open them up again. And then do the same thing for the picture frame as well. Add glue to their backs. Then fold them together. Add glue to the white area in the back of the picture frame. Then press the quote strip to the white area. And finally, we have the last word, which is secrets. Fold the remaining quote strip and frame in half. Open them up again, and then add glue to the white side. Fold them up. Add glue to the white area and then press the strip to the glued section. The final ephemera piece has now been assembled. Once all the glue has dried, you can start slotting the picture frames into the secret compartments. Look at the words on the walls to identify where each quote goes. The word on the leftmost page is banshee, so slide in the quote that has the word banshee in it. I love how the picture frame just looks like a normal picture frame when it's in position. No one would guess there's a secret message hidden behind it. Let's slide the next quote piece into the wall. Find the quote with the word remember and slide it into the slot. then howl, and finally, secrets. And the haunted house is now complete. I hope you guys enjoyed making this spooky little house. If you enjoyed this project, giving it a like, comment and a share would really help the channel out. And if you would like to see more printable paper crafts, do subscribe to my channel. Also check out my previous project as well. We made a very cute Alice in Wonderland themed journal folio, and it was a lot of fun as well. Click the video in the middle of the screen to watch it. Besides that, sending you lots of love and happy crafting, everyone.